Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. It's such a pleasure to welcome you all to the official launch of Our American Story. My name is Rosie Rios, Chair of America250, and I'm honored today to be joined by Darrell Green and Mayor Muriel Bowser. Before I go any further, I want to thank our generous sponsors, Walmart, Airstream, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, whose support and partnership are doing so much to bring America's 250th to life. As of today, we are just under 1 year away from July 4th, 2026, our nation's semi-quincentennial. And I'm confident that this is going to be the largest and most inspiring celebration in our country's and perhaps the world's history. America250 is not just about a big fireworks show on July 4th, and it is not just about D.C. and Philadelphia. We're going from Guam to Alaska, Fairbanks to Philadelphia, and everywhere in between. Yes, we are going to create those once-in-a-generation moments of celebration. So yes, there will be fireworks, but we're also building a movement that will continue long after 2026 and unite Americans long after the fireworks fade. And that's exactly what we're doing through programs like Our American Story. Now let me pause and get a quick show of hands. Who here remembers the bicentennial of 1976? Thank you. Yes. I was almost 11 years old at the time, a fifth grader, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember taking a field trip to the Oakland train station to see the Freedom Train. I remember seeing on our black and white TV the tall ships coming through the New York and Boston harbors. And I remember getting my bicentennial quarter. And this is it here today. As an 11-year-old girl, 25 cents was my life savings, but it meant so much to me. But what I remember most about that evening was how I felt. It was a cloudy night in Hayward, California, but those fireworks were never brighter. I remember thinking to myself that if my mother could leave everything behind in Mexico, if she could come to this great nation and raise me and my 8 siblings on her own and send all 9 of us off to college, then anything was possible. On July 4th, 1976, I felt like I was the American dream. And I believe that my story mattered, that my family's journey, our traditions, our challenges, our dreams were all part of the largest story of America. And that's the message I want to share with every American. Our stories matter. Your story matters. And our American story will be built on that belief. This initiative is about gathering voices from across America to build the largest oral and visual history collection in our country's history. We're meeting people where they are thanks to our beautifully reimagined Airstream travel trailers. These will be mobile recording studios that will crisscross the country, making stops in local Walmart parking lots to engage communities and local leaders. We're going to the Deep South. We're going to tribal nations. We're going to rural America. We are coming to you. Over the next year, we'll capture thousands of interviews and document what it means to live, work, and serve in America today. At the end of the tour, the storytelling collections will be shared with the public through a variety of media partners and platforms. And the audio archive, along with a number of videos, will be preserved in perpetuity at the Library of Congress. Now, here's what I want to ask of you. Take this journey with us. Follow us. We're coming to your home state very, very soon. So follow the Airstream as it travels around the country. Follow America250 on social media, America250.org. Share your story, listen to someone else's, and help us build a collection of voices that reflects the depth and breadth of our great nation. Now it is my pleasure to turn this over to one of our greatest champions, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, good morning, everyone. And I am just so delighted to join our former treasurer, Rosie Rios, and a great American to help kick off America250. I'm also delighted to be joined by a Hall of Famer, Darrell Green of the Washington Commanders, an honorary Washingtonian because Daryl had the good sense to marry a Washingtonian. And that's why we gave him the key to the city. We're here today on the nation's front yard on our national mall because we're less than 1 year away from celebrating America's 250th anniversary, our semi-quincentennial. The semi-quincentennial has no better launching place than right here in our nation's capital in my hometown. Today, we're kicking off our American story. The team will be traveling across our country telling the story of everyday Americans. And one of my favorite things to do as mayor is to tell the story of Washington, D.C. Because we are proud to be home of the federal government, to have these beautiful monuments and museums. We are proud that 700,000 people live here, work here, pay taxes, go to war for our nation, and we are proud to call the nation's capital our home. We have families like mine who have been here for 5 generations and new families that arrive here every day because of the great things happening here, because we're the fastest growing state in the country. The #1 park system, fantastic transportation system, and a beautiful arts and entertainment scene. There are millions of visitors who come every year to experience our neighborhoods and to celebrate our vibrant culture. And we are so excited to show it off next year to the thousands who will come to celebrate the nation's birthday. We launched our DC 250 commission to help lead that work. It will include large national events like our unforgettable national fireworks display, but also decidedly local events that celebrate our culture. I want to thank Rosie Rios for choosing Washington, D.C. to launch this initiative. We're proud to be the starting point of the American story. We want people to visit us and go back home and be proud of their nation's capital. Tell them that they have seen beautiful neighborhoods, welcoming people, and enjoyed the hospitality of Washington. Happy birthday, America.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser. Now, in the spirit of our American story, I'd like to open up to a short conversation with you and Daryl. So I have a couple of questions that I'd like to pose to both of you. So first of all, what does the American spirit mean to you? Mayor Bowser, let's start with you.
Well, I think the heart of American is freedom. For me, being an American means we're free. We have rights for speech, and we have a right to our pursuit of happiness that is guaranteed to us in our founding documents.
Excellent. Hall of Famer Dell Green, 20 years on the Washington Commanders. Would love to hear your perspective on the spirit of our American story.
The spirit of the American story is when a little peanut like me, under 5'9", would have the opportunity to go to college, have the opportunity to play a childhood game, the opportunity to play that childhood game as a professional for 20 years. And as the mayor said, to meet my wife in this beautiful city and to be here for now 42 years in the nation's capital, the privilege and the honor to have that. I don't know it anywhere else but in this great country, America.
Amazing. Thank you so much. You know, we are trying very hard to empower the states. We established 56 official America250 commissions in all 50 states, D.C., and the 5 territories. And the reason we did that is because every state has their own story. Every community has their own story. And so when you think about Washington, D.C., how does community get defined here for you personally, Mayor Bowser?
Well, I'm so glad that you have a great local focus, and I think you will have millions of Americans who can participate in that way in their own communities. For us, while like I mentioned, we're proud of our status as the nation's capital and the wonderful national museums and memorials that people come to see. But we're also great neighborhoods. 700,000 people live here, raise their families here, and work here. So you saw in your intro, we have a unique music in Washington, D.C., go-go music. And go-go music developed here, performed here, but has also really fed other genres from jazz to hip-hop and R&B. And it is a homegrown music, and we have homegrown talent. So we're very proud of that. We're home we're home also to one of our nation's most storied historically Black colleges at Howard University. Wherever I go around the country, there will be Howard University alum who want to talk to me about their experiences in Washington, D.C. And it's just really great that Daryl is here with us because sometimes people think we're all politics and all serious all the time. But we have fun in Washington, D.C., and we especially have fun with our sports teams, including our championship Washington football teams who've brought home the championship many times, and we're looking forward to many more in the future.
Daryl, what about for you? What does the DC culture and community mean to you?
Oh my gosh, DC is the city on a hill. I'm from Houston, Texas. I love Houston. I love Texas. But this is the light. Everything starts here. And I would say in all respect, government and high leadership. But I would say for my portion, it's Miss Roper, who I met 30-some years ago, living in the community, trying to help her grandchildren. It's Dr. Bernadine Lacey, who came from Mississippi and worked at Howard University for many, many years before she passed on and took me in as a son. It's the people. When I'm down, as I was a couple of days ago, in the inner city, serving with the kids, this is what I love, and it's launched from here throughout the world. I think Washington, D.C. is the greatest city, and I'm not just saying that. It's the greatest city, but you know what? It has to be the greatest city. When I was in the NFL, I was covering the best player. Your 49ers had Jerry Rice. I had to get the job done. And really, D.C., we're great because we have to be great. We can't take second place. And I appreciate D.C., and I've been here my entire adult life, and I love it. And I'm so grateful to be here with you all today on the mall.
Thank you so much. There's no other place we could think of where today would be the most appropriate setting than right here in our nation's capital. We appreciate you, Mayor Bowser, for all the support that you've given us as a congressional commission.
Absolutely.
Daryl, your reputation precedes you. Thank you so much for joining us today. With that, we're going to wrap up this session, but we will open it up to for a short Q&A following. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.